You can judge conference cameras by specs all day, but nothing beats that moment when you see how they behave during a real call. So we set up the Avermedia Mingle bar and the Coolpo AI-Huddle Mini into our setup, and the result was far more interesting than we thought. One camera wants to run the whole room, and the other wants to make your calls easier through smart decisions. So let's get into how they actually deliver. Right out of the box, the Avermedia Mingle bar feels like the serious one. It looks like a compact soundbar with a camera in the centre, and the whole thing has this clean office vibe. And since the base is metal, the weight gives it this grounded feel, which helps when you prop it on a table or on top of a monitor. Besides that, the tilt hinge makes small adjustments easy. So the first impression says meeting room unit, loud and clear. Then we pick up the Coolpo Mini and you instantly notice the jump in portability. It is light, simple and way more grab it and move friendly. And the clip stays solid on a monitor, while the tripod mount gives you the freedom to fine-tune the angle. So this one is more like the webcam you carry with your laptop bag. However, setup becomes the twist. Coolpo runs on a simple USB connection. You plug it in and you are basically live. Avermedia needs an external power brick besides the USB cable, so you deal with one extra wire, and if you move rooms often, that small difference becomes noticeable very quickly. Now let's talk about video, and here Avermedia gives a 4K 30 frames per second feed with an ultra-wide 124-degree field of view, and this width feels almost panoramic when you see it on a call. You fit large tables, whiteboards and groups without pushing anyone to slide their chair. The picture looks clean in good lighting with natural colours, and the face exposure mode helps indoors. Then about the Coolpo Mini. It also shoots 4K but with a narrower 110-degree field of view. While narrower on paper, it feels more controlled in practice, and the exposure stays stable across most rooms without much user input. So the Coolpo behaves more predictably if you want a camera that does not need tweaking before every call. And once we step into AI features, Coolpo takes the lead with ease. Avermedia has gesture-based framing, which works but takes a moment to react and softens the picture once it zooms. Coolpo, on the other hand, uses 3 AI modes that feel much smarter. Group mode frames everyone. Gesture mode locks onto you once you raise your palm, and Division Master highlights up to 7 faces at once. So if you want a camera to follow the flow of a conversation, the Coolpo responds with more confidence. Audio is where Avermedia surprises the most. The dual mics offer strong pickup with clear voice presence, and the noise reduction on low or medium stays natural. And since the microphone reaches far beyond the rated distance, your whole room stays covered. Coolpo fights back with a 6-mic array. And it has a nice directional sense, which helps the AI identify who the active speaker is. So the voice focus stays tighter and more precise. The speaker comparison is simple. Avermedia has a built-in 5-watt speaker that works fine for calls. It is not meant for entertainment, and it does not pretend to be, but it gets the job done. Coolpo has no built-in speaker, so your external audio decides everything. Avermedia tries to be a complete hub. You get HDMI out, USB-A, a LAN, mic input, and the main USB-C connection. And this setup can simplify a meeting room because your laptop gets internet and peripherals through the bar itself. So this one clearly aims at office environments where everything stays wired. Coolpo stays super minimal with a USB port and a 3.5mm output. It is simple, portable, and straightforward, although it cannot match Avermedia's all-in-one approach. Avermedia gives you the Connect app, which lets you tune exposure, color, and white balance. It feels basic but functional. Coolpo's app leans even simpler, so you adjust what you need and jump back into calls. And we noticed the Coolpo modes do not need as much manual fine-tuning as the Mingle bar. This is the part that matters most. In bright rooms, Avermedia looks great. The wide angle captures everyone. The colours look natural, and faces stay clear. However, auto exposure can get confused in mixed lighting, so you may need to shift modes manually. Coolpo acts more like a turn it on and forget it camera. The exposure stays sensible, faces stay bright, and the AI tracking gives you a steady sense of awareness. And if your team stands up, points at something, or switches speakers, Coolpo follows along without any sharp jumps. With groups, the Avermedia gains an advantage. because the 124-degree view simply covers more space. Coolpo still works well for 3 to 5 people, but does not pull as wide. If you want a camera that acts like the center system of a meeting room, something with HD, MI, LAN, wide coverage and big room audio, the Avermedia Mingle bar gives you the exact tools you expect from a full conference bar, and we think it holds strong value when your lighting stays decent and your workflow prefers a fixed installation. If you want a smaller, smarter, more portable camera with AI that reacts fast and a setup that feels effortless, the Coolpo AI-Huddle Mini becomes the easier recommendation, and the tracking features add real value for lively discussions where people take turns, often. So both serve different goals, and the right choice depends on how your room behaves and how you want your camera to help you during meetings. That was all. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more reviews.